Good day, everyone. Ali Safi here from Safi Financial Network. Today is April 10th, 2024. Here is another daily analysis. We had a pretty ugly day, I should say, kind of like a broad-based sell-off for lots of stocks indexes, especially Russell 2000 just hammered today. It just let me just open up the chart for Russell. Russell 2000 goes down 2.65% right now, and I believe that that is kind of like took a hit a lot just because of the inflation and bond yield and inflation. They're gonna just impact on this one as well. So volume today was kind of like a light volume session for at least S&P 500 SPY ETF. Just go down 78 million, and S&P just going down as well. So I believe that we are kind of like in a correction phase. And if we see some kind of like a consolidation here, we should see some kind of like a sell-off all the way to here. I believe that a 5,000 area is going to be good support, good amount of support for the next phase of rally. Inflation was pretty hot, like a 4% for US, and core inflation goes up to 3.8, I believe, or something like that, which is kind of like above the expectation. Everyone expecting 3% inflation, 3.2%, but right now inflation upticking to 4%, and you will see that it's going to be pressure on lots of commodities and lots of asset classes, stock market and technology as well. So we are kind of like establishing below SMA 20, which was kind of the right or kind of like a threshold for this bullish momentum. Right now, we just see this SMA 20 is gone. And right now, we should just rely on SMA 50, which is coming to some kind of like a 5100. I believe that this one can go down as well to this area, which is going to be 5,000 or somewhere around 4,900. That's going to be at the level. For me, the ideal scenario is going to be we're going to see some kind of like a sharp correction, and that sharp correction can give us a good buying opportunity, like somewhere around 48, 4,900, or even sub 5,000 area, because that's going to just initiate another rally, I believe, which is coming in a month of June or afterward. So as I said before, second week and third week of April, we could see some kind of like a volatility and also correction, but it's just forming right now. But after that, I should see rallies coming down the road. So I'm not expecting any crash or something happening. Still, everyone is waiting for Fed meeting and potential scenario for the market for the monetary policy. Right now, it's kind of like a disappointing for everyone. Moving on to Nasdaq. Nasdaq just coming down and just hit another time SMA 20, SMA 50, sorry. And here is the support that we have. So right now, Nasdaq just rebounded nicely after hours, and it just going higher. Recapture SMA 50, but I believe that Nasdaq can go all the way down to this area, which is going to be 16,900 to 17,300. That's going to be the level for Nasdaq, and as I said, I should just expect that sell-off is coming, especially when semiconductors are weak, and also we are still in kind of like a bearish momentum. Um, Weekly chart, we just got the reversal. So this is very, very important. If we get a kind of like a sell-off all the way to 17,400, shouldn't be surprised at all, even lower to this demand area, which is going to be very, very interesting, 16,100 to 16,800. That is a weekly area for NASDAQ. So we can just see some kind of like a sell-off to that area can give us a good buying opportunity, which is going to be somewhere around here. Moving on to US 30, which is Dow Jones. So Dow just coming down today as well. So sharp sell-off. It just lost its SMA 50, which is going to be a threshold for this. So this is kind of like a minor bullish consolidation. It just fell to the downside, and I believe this is the area that we should just pay attention. And that's going to be 36,000 area. So 36 to 37,000. So that's going to be the area for Dow Jones, and we can see some kind of like a resettlement for the next rally. Still, sell-off is intact, so don't get excited too much about buying stuff. So we kind of like add some shares to our portfolio, and I plan to add more. So this is the previous all-time high. We never tested this, so potentially that's going to be the opportunity to backtest this area for another rally. So don't get me wrong. So I'm not looking for a crash or something. This is kind of like the correction that we were waiting for a long time, and seems like market is going to give us this correction. Moving on to gold, which kind of like reversal today. So gold is coming down almost a $19 to the downside, and it's kind of like showing us um, bond yield is going to put pressure on this. So this one can go down, I believe. Gold can go all the way down to here, to this area, which is going to be 2200 to 2250, let's say, for this area. So let me just give you the exact number here, somewhere around, if I'm correct, so that's going to be 2252. Yeah, 2252, that's going to be the level that I'm looking for. Gold to coming down right now is 2334, so it's going to be $80 down for a good buying opportunity. So this is parabolic, this is long in a tooth, and everyone just need to be careful about this. Moving on to silver. Silver is the same, hold up pretty well. Actually, silver was positive even after bond yield just spike up. Silver was positive, but I believe that this is kind of like the area that everyone needs to be careful. And right now, silver is just at a very important pivot. And here is the pivotal point which initiate this sell-off, ABC sell-off to the downside. Right now, silver just tackled first time after a while. So we need to see some kind of like a pullback toward to this area. So this is gonna be the area that I'm just looking for as a good kind of like a back test for a next rally to the upside. So still looking for $30 to $32 silver per ounce. And don't get me wrong, this is going to be just a hiccup, and this is going to be very, very good a buying opportunity for those ones who missed the first phase. Moving on to last commodity today, which is crude at a positive day, not a bad price action at all. So still holding up this 84 area. So right now it just go back 86, and crude is nice in a form of a breakout to the upside. So if it breaks above this, we can go to the higher high. Still geopolitical tension between Iran and Israel can escalate. Seems like everyone just waiting for something like fireworks or missile throwing from Iran to Israel. So everyone is waiting for that one, and Iran just patiently there. But I'm not sure if they're gonna do react or they're gonna do some kind of like action. Hopefully everything goes peacefully resolved, which is, I know this is a useless hope, and it's been there for a while. Right now, the tension is going to impact crude directly. So if there is any geopolitical tension escalate, we're going to see crude is getting back to 90 and 95 at the high. So just be careful on that one. And also gold can took some profit out of it as well. So that's going to be beneficiary for those geopolitical tensions. Moving on to individual names, so starting with Bitcoin. Bitcoin had a positive day. Kind of like a holding this trend line here, holding 66,000. US bond yield, look at that. So spiking higher, sharp move, and it just stop hunt everyone who just betting on the short side. And this one is going all the way up here. So the next area we can just put here is going to be here. And also we can just bring this line, this dashed line, all the way to this. So still there's going to be a more upside, but upside target, I should say, is going to be limited. We are pretty close to 5% almost. So inflation was at 4%, but bond yield spike up very, very sharply to kind of like a 5%, which is kind of like a technical reaction. If you remember, we were talking about, I'm kind of like still bearish on the bond yield, but this pattern is kind of like a reverse head and shoulder. And when I say this, I said in my previous video that this is going to be a bullish pattern, And if it fails, we're going to see a very, very sharp sell-off. But it didn't. It goes all the way up to 4.93%, so 97%. And it's kind of like a putting pressure on commodities. On the other side, Treasury goes down. Treasury bond is just going down to my juicy spot. I just bought some stuff here. And if it goes down more, I'm going to just accumulate more on the treasury. Right now, I should say this is very, very important that we hold above 86, 87, because if it reverses back up, it's going to just form a very, very good bullish pattern to $105. So 105, that's going to be my target for this year for bond. And that's going to be kind of like important. Moving on to VIX, VIX is spike up, but look at the shadow here. It can't manage above 16 and it's coming down. This means still stock market traders and investors are kind of like, they're optimistic. Dixie, very, very sharp move to the upside. Look at that. So it's kind of like a following the bond yield today. Dollar index goes higher and it goes to this wide range bar. Still lots of pressure on the sell side is coming from 105.50, but right now, today, we should say it's pretty good move. Magma indicator, although it was sell-off, but due to last hour trading session, it goes back up nicely. So still holding up the ground. Apple goes down 1%, going down to my first buying level, which is 167.3. So that is very, very important, but still I can say Apple can go down potentially to a stop on people. Goes below this, that's going to trigger lots of stop losses. But after that, I should say Apple is getting ready for another move to the upside. Amazon, 28 cents to the upside. Can you believe that in this day, Amazon closed positive, which is a good sign for us because we are a big shareholder of Amazon in our portfolio. Meta goes up as well, $2.93 up. Microsoft, $3.02 down. But look at the price action. It doesn't change anything, basically. It is at extreme high and it hold up pretty nicely. Bullish consolidation even. Google, 46 cents down today. After hours, it just go lower, but it's nothing. Netflix, 38 cents up. Can you imagine that? So Netflix goes higher pretty nicely. Tesla, $5 down today, still in this W pattern shape. Semiconductors, they are weak. So that's what I'm saying. So semiconductors are lagging. It's been like a month or two that they're lagging after this fantastic rally. We should just pay attention on this name as well. SOX, the same thing. Philadelphia Semiconductor Index goes lower, $4 down. Taiwan Semiconductor, 82 cents down today. AMD goes down, hold up this ground, but if it goes below $160, I should say AMD 125 is coming. NVIDIA, $16 down, so sorry, up, and it's kind of like a reversing to the upside. I know NVIDIA goes here. I think this is kind of like a back test, and it's kind of like a sell the rip opportunity. I don't know, but I'm not buyer at these levels. I'm just buyer probably if it goes down to some sort oversold condition. Texas Instrument, a $2, a $4 down today. Lam Research, $11 down today. And XLF, which is financials, they just took a hit very, very hard because of the bond yield and because of the interest rate. So interest rate is going to there will be there for a while, and everyone is betting for potentially July rate cut. Like everyone's piling on June rate cut, but right now the number of people who are betting on June actually is getting less and less, and everyone is shifting to July. And what happened if Federal Reserve doesn't do any rate cut in 2024? It's interesting. What's your comment? Please put your comment down there and let me know what's your comment on interest rate, because at the beginning of this year, everyone's piling bets on 6 to 7 rate cuts this year. But now we are at April, inflation is higher, job market is higher, and no rate cut so far. Everyone just estimating on July. We will see. KBE, large cap bank ETF, coming down sharply. KRE, $2.45 down. JP Morgan, $1.68 down. Goldman Sachs, $9.95 down. Bank of America took a hit as well, $1.08 down. And Wells Fargo hold up pretty well this bullish consolidation. This is very, very nice bullish consolidation. I don't know if it's going to fail something like this to the downside. If it fails, it's going to go very, very ugly. But right now, this pattern is pretty good. GDX, the gold miners, actually, they just took a hit, but nicely back up and just regain some losses. It's not a bad session overall, especially GDX, 78 cents down. Even after hours, it goes higher. AEM, gap down, but buyers just come back. Newmont, gap down, buyers come back. So Newmont is struggling with this trend line. So this is kind of like a good challenge. As I said, this is kind of like the supply area, and we need to get above this 42. Right now, we are not there yet. So we'll see. Franco-Nevada, 21 cents down, but a good pattern though. So this one can go higher, I believe, to 134 to 136. Gold Barrick coming down, gap down, but nicely regaining back up. So even after hours, it goes higher, $17.93. Another sector which is pretty bullish is energy stocks. They just coming along with crude, nice bullish consolidation at new all-time high. So we will see XLE is going to rip up another rally or not. XOP, the same pattern here. OAH, the same pattern. It's kind of like a lagging, but good bounce back up. Exxon, look at that new all-time high. Chevron, good rally here today, but after hours it took a hit. So Chevron is lagging, Exxon is leading at new all-time high. This means Chevron is not doing well. All right, I believe I covered everything. If you like this video, please smash the like button, subscribe to our channel, and have a good one. See you on the chart. Bye-bye.